Oh, shit. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Wherever in the world you're watching this and listening to us, welcome to another episode of Hith Talk. We have a lovely table tonight. Look at these young studs on this table. To my right across the table, we have our local legend here back again, Dr. Farshanfar, or a.k.a. Farshanfar, a.k.a. Franklin, a.k.a. Franken. Oh, my bad. A.k.a. lone women, but many men. Anyways, we're going to go around the table and introduce ourselves real quick. My name is Yetti. Welcome.
It's your boy Luchador.
Lorenzo checking in.
Yeah.
Dr. Farshanfar, a.k.a. Franken. A.k.a. whatever, except the bitch.
This is Steven the Vegan coming in live.
Steven the Vegan on the keys. Thank you. Here we go. So we're in the middle of a pandemic, and we were talking about this the other day about what the hell have you guys been up to? Where have you guys been traveling? What you guys been keeping yourself busy with, and would you feel comfortable going anywhere? What are the consensus? How are you guys feeling about, the restrictions and the options to go places and what to do and how to get there, especially if you have to fly or drive? What do you guys got?
Well, I mean, just due to the restrictions, I haven't flown out of the country. But locally, I've been going about my business as usual. Nice. And we can see that, as it is right now, I haven't gotten sick. Not saying that maybe I had it or didn't have it, but knock on wood. Yeah, we'll knock on wood. I've been keeping myself safe too, so I feel like no, not really, not that type of safe. They call me the Bareback King for a reason. That's another nickname. That's that you guys don't need to know that.
That's what the dudes call you.
Anyways, I've just in the state I've been traveling as usual.
Yeah, I kind of look at it as a silver lining. Like, I've been working out way more than I ever have in my whole life. It just kind of motivated me in different ways. Getting more creative.
Let's see those gains. Come on, let's see what you got. Steven the Vegan, Steve the Veg. Let's see, bro.
I just showed you guys. I'm not gonna show you again. You're all dudes.
Steven the Vegan. Remind our viewers that you're a tree hugger. You see big old wood and you get excited. You see green leaves and you put your mouth. Anything that has wood or leaves, you put it in your mouth. Is that right?
I'm a tree hugger. I indeed love greens in my mouth. Yeah, I'm all about being healthy. I'm the one that doesn't eat meat in the whole group, so I want everybody to do the math on that. Just think about that for a second, and think. See, you heard him. Sausage links too, huh?
Hey,
you like the hot links?
Hey, I'm glad you guys brought that up too, because there might be a misconception that Hith Talk is only when you're like belligerent or hella on drugs. But our boy Steve the Veg is actually pretty sober. So there's another thing of Hith Talk where it's straight up real talk.
Loser.
From the bottom of your soul, from your marrow of your bones.
Wow, this guy's getting on. This guy obviously knows about a lot of medical terminology for being a doctor and all. But doctor, so come on, where you been lately? How you staying busy around here? We haven't seen you around the neighborhood in a while. Tell us what you've been up to.
Me,
where you traveling?
like Steve the Veg. I've been working out a little bit more.
Nice.
I'm getting my run in.
You pause there.
Doing a little bit of Fit On, the app Fit On.
Nice.
Oh, what is that?
It's like a little 20-minute workouts, 40-minute workouts for like whatever, little strength training, cardio, whatever.
Nice.
That and just
The Nike app.
going on walks.
Nike app is good for that too.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
I need to check that
A
out.
lot of options.
Yeah, traveling, not too much traveling. I just keep it local, keep it with family. I don't even think I would try to travel, just because I wouldn't feel comfortable. I like to go out and party and be
Nice.
in the crowds, and you can't really.
The man
do
of the
that,
people.
so, yeah.
Lorenzo, what you got? You feel restricted? Do you care about the pandemic? How are you feeling over there?
Yeah, definitely not. I am out and about any chance I get.
Nice.
Any chance I get. I just came from a brewery this weekend, and it was a brewery that I've been trying to go to for the past couple of years, and it was amazing.
I'm assuming all outdoor drinking.
Yeah, all outdoor, and it's usually pretty cracking spot, but they only had a certain percentage in there, but it was amazing. It was down a couple hours drive, but other than that, man, yeah, I mean, I got a trip booked to Mexico in February, so I ain't letting nothing stop us.
Tango El Gato Los Pantalones.
A bunch of
Here
that
we go.
stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
But we're kind of spoiled out here in California too, though.
Yeah,
Because the outdoor seating.
Oh yeah.
They made a whole setup for everywhere, basically. In our
Everywhere
area,
you
so,
go.
yeah.
That's right. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. Well, you guys looking forward to traveling anywhere after the pandemic is over? Restrictions are lifted, going overseas, going down south, maybe Canada. Luch, I know you've been to Germany, and October is here, and I think you were there not too long ago drinking beer out of your butthole. Tell us about what your experience up there, man. What you got?
That was on that one wild Friday night. Wouldn't recommend it to people, but you know what? When in Germany, you drink out of your butthole. Yeah, Oktoberfest. I was there about 4 years ago. It was pretty wild. I mean, just think of the biggest beer festival you've ever been to, and times it by about 20.
Wow.
And by 2 weeks long, and literally everyone's just drunk as shit, singing, dancing, fucking eating. I mean, it's a fucking celebration of beer. So if you're into beer, you should be there.
Nice. Luchador, how many times a day did you get carded? They thought you were a teenager. Did anybody say, you looking for your mom? You looking for your dad?
No.
Are you lost little boy?
No. I did go there by myself, but
So
I met a lot of people and a lot of cool people, and definitely had a really crazy experience.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Those solo missions are some of the best missions.
Well, awesome. So as for the viewers, just remind the viewers here, Luchador is not an actual paid luchador. He's not a professional wrestler by any means. He dresses like one and travels. And people just come up and ask for autographs without even knowing it's worth dog shit. It's not going to get you anything. So just a quick reminder, everybody watching at home, if you see this guy on the street, don't waste your time.
And keep in mind, he's not a middle school. He's a lot older.
Yeah, so we have permission from his mom to be here tonight. Anyways, so thank you, Luchador, for sharing that. Another thing that came up the other day is we were just sitting around reminiscing about places we've been and some wild stuff that we've seen, either in this country or another. And I myself, I visited Thailand not too long ago, and a beautiful island called Phuket. Me and my roommate came across Phuket. Came across this world famous show called the Ping Pong Show. Anybody heard of it? Luch?
I've heard things. Never seen it with my eyes, so I can't confirm. Wow. And I feel like things that I haven't seen with my eyes, I can't officially say they
Lorenzo,
exist.
what comes to mind when you hear the Ping Pong Show?
Well, my brother's seen it, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
Nice. Doctor, is this something that your patients come to you asking about?
No, never.
Steve the Veg? Well, you don't see much action. You're a vegan. I don't even.
I've played plenty of ping pong in my life, but I've never seen anything like that. But I know exactly what you're talking about.
Wow. Well,
I would love to watch.
Well, I'll give you guys a little. I won't spoil it all the way entirely for you guys, but if you guys don't mind, I'd like to share some of the things that are engraved in my mind until the day I die. It's I couldn't stop watching.
Let's hear it.
So you walk in the streets and there's vendors out there just offering for you to come on the show and check it out. And I visited Thailand for about 16 days, and towards the end of the trip, I said, fuck it, I give in. The lady was offering free entry with a drink. So me and my roomie, my beautiful roomie, shout out roomie, what's up? We were convinced, so we walked in there and they sit you down. I can't name drop on air. Why you gotta put me on the spot like that? Anyways, you walk in, right? And the place is like a nightclub. They got lights, they got music and shit. So the first act, the first lady, young lady, wearing a mini skirt, you can see her vag is showing. and you know the lights point at her.
You ever seen one of those, Steve?
Steve the Vig, the Vag. You know what a
You ever
Vag
seen
is?
one of those?
Doc-
Is that short for something?
well,
is it
anyways,
short for something?
we'll draw you a picture later.
Never heard of that.
Anyways, there were several acts that happened with the fucking ping pong show, okay? But the one that I just cannot get out of my head, right? One of the ladies walks out on stage and she's shushing the audience. And we're like, what the fuck? We're in the middle of a nightclub. It's loud as fucking here. Why is she shushing us, right? But she gets up there, right? She's on stage and she grabs her right hand and she's digging in her pussy, trying to get something out. And she's struggling, right? And she's looking nervous out there. Like the third or fourth attempt, she digs in her again, comes out, and there's nothing there but feathers. So she flicks the feathers off her fingers. She goes in there one more time. She comes out with a fucking parakeet. It's a little bird. It was a little fucking bird about this size.
Live?
That she puts the parakeet on her hand, on her wrist, and the fucking parakeet just comes alive. Like oh shit, I'm still alive.
What the
flops
fuck?
his wings. It's flopping his wings, and she just kind of bows very awkwardly and walks away. But she had a parakeet stopped in her pussy this whole time she was
So
up there.
she technically birthed a parakeet. Is that
Yes,
what you're explaining to me?
she stuffed her birth canal with a parakeet and she brought it back to life, I guess.
Can we get
Wow.
some information from the doctor?
Yeah, let's hear them.
Or
Yeah,
local
you're gonna
doctor.
definitely need some antibiotics for that.
Afterwards. Okay. There was about 8 acts. That was one of the ones that is just engraved in my mind. The second best one, I don't want to say worse because it was pretty fucking awesome. Oh yeah. Towards the end of the show, they're asking for volunteers, right? And these 3 girls have these bamboo straws in their pussies, and they have these flying darts, right? So they sit on their back, and their legs are up like this, and they have volunteers on stage. They're in there watching the show, holding balloons between their legs, under their armpit, above their head, and they're shooting the dart into the balloon. Like you can see their abdomen contracting, and they just shoot the shit out. Bow! Pop the fucking balloon. Dead center, bullseye, every time.
So they're queefing on command.
Yeah, but the queefs are freaking major. The thing is just freaking shooting out like crazy.
I'm pretty sure Lorenzo's done some like that.
Lorenzo,
That's what I heard.
You're a queefer?
He can do it on command, I heard.
No comment.
Wow, the suspense. Yes, that was for sure top 2 acts. Oh, how can I forget this one? There's these. No, well, it's called the ping pong show for a reason. Well, yeah, actually, they do. They shoot out ping pongs out of their pussy, bending forward, and they just freaking fly. There was 2 balls that freaking flew past me like there was. I thought it was in the fucking Matrix.
Wait, so you keep it as a souvenir if it goes to
I guess. Hey,
I wish I was there.
Hey, you touched Dubai, buddy. I guess if it hits you in the face, you gotta keep it. But anyways, there was these 3 young American kids to my left. They were probably just barely 18 years old, right? And they were drunk out of their ass. So one of the girls comes out on stage. She's asking for a cigarette. Somebody gives her a cigarette. She lights a cigarette. She goes on her back, V up, and she's smoking this thing out of her pussy, right? And the 3 American kids were going nuts. They're like, yeah, right? So one of them looks at his other friend. He's like, hey, he's yelling at him, I'll buy you a beer if you take a hit off of it. And I'm like, don't do it. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. And they were wasted. The little kid gets up, reaches for it, convinces her to give it to him. He takes it and smokes a cigarette, bro. Right off that fucking
He's kind of a legend for that.
parakeet, ping
kind of a
pong,
legend.
sweat infested vagina.
But he
It
for
was
sure
wild.
has hepatitis.
It was wild.
100%.
I couldn't stop watching. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that kid probably tells that story every time he gets together with the boys. Remember that time you smoked that cigarette off that pussy? Yeah, I was drunk.
Wow.
See, but nowadays that's all you can do. You're fucking middle of a pandemic. You just reminiscing about the good old times, and hopefully you get back to that soon.
So you recommend Thailand?
It was beautiful. There's so much to see, to do, to eat, touch, and fuck. If you're into that too, it's a lot of it.
It's quite a different experience than I experienced when I was out there. The craziest thing I saw was a Muay Thai fight. That's
Well,
that's kids play compared to what you saw.
no, they have a little bit of everything for everybody. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
You should just leave. That was bad.
But anywhere else you guys like to go when this is all done? Any places on the bucket list?
Yeah, Japan for sure. I've always wanted to go. I keep telling myself I'm gonna go, and then I push it off for some stupid reason. But that's definitely where I want to go next, 100%.
Nice.
Luch, have you gone there?
Where, to Japan?
Yeah.
No, but I'd love to.
Yeah. Oh, you said yeah.
I actually used to know a little Japanese myself, believe it or not. Couple words.
What?
Couple
Oh.
words. I mean, I forgot it all now, but I could get by with a sentence or two.
Luch, in your fake career as a luchador, you actually traveled to Japan to do a...
No, I haven't traveled there. I'd love to travel there, but I used to play some video game that was in Japanese only. Final Fantasy. So, that's
Doctor,
like,
this doesn't sound very healthy. What's up with this guy? Give this guy some advice. Can you... Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with you, bro. But hey, talking about places to travel, I think I would do Ibiza and go back to Nolans.
Nola.
Yeah, Nolans. After the pandemic, it has to be cracking. It has to be lit.
Farshanfar just brought up Nala, and that was one of the best trips we've ever taken, 100%, hands down.
Franklin. Wow.
Franken.
Oh, Franken. She keeps going. I have manners. I'm trying to be proper here, but I guess these fucking degenerates. Lorenzo, you've been to New Orleans? You've been down south before?
No, actually, haven't really traveled America too much, which kind of sucks. And I think every American should travel their own damn country.
Hell
You
yeah.
know? We go see our own country. But I don't know, man. When we got a lot of years ahead of us, hopefully, and just see everywhere pretty much. Get used to all these different cultures. See life in a whole different way, and just travel, man. I mean, time's the greatest asset we have. Can't ever buy that. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm speaking for everybody except for Dr. Farshanfar. We're still young. We're all still very young.
Yeah, we are.
We have a life ahead of us.
that was wow. See how he rushed to the microphone very, very
I had to
aggressively.
let that one out. Yeah.
Dr. Farshanfar, rumor has it, you had your PhD when you were a senior in high school. You went to high school for about 15 years. Is that true?
All I know is that there's people at that table that are like 5 seconds younger than me.
Well, then they're not. They're not fucking here.
I don't want to point no fingers, but I'm talking about a matter of seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, the individual the doctor is referring to is not here tonight. When he comes back, we'll get back to this. So yeah, Lorenzo, I agree with you. Part of being American is drinking American beer, driving American vehicle, dating your sister, and talking to your cousin on the side.
Grand Canyon. You guys got to go to the Grand Canyon.
Truck.
Yeah, and don't touch my truck. Speaking of dating, how weird. I mean, I'm not available for anybody interested. I know there's a lot of people interested out there, but I'm not single. I'm not single at the moment. But
two dudes that are interested, he's taking.
I wanted to ask vagina having degenerates. What's it like to date while in the middle of a pandemic? What you guys are going on?
Shit sucks, bro. It's not the same.
It's a little weird. I get so many phone calls and texts, and I have so many options. But just to kind of give you guys a rundown, it's weird because you don't know how the whole space issue is. You don't know if they want to be too close, and making the move is just a little iffy. But
Is what you're saying that the coronavirus is like the new STD? Like you ask, do you have it? Do you have the C word?
Basically.
Yeah,
I mean, what I've done before was, which could happen now too, is me and a girl swapped test results.
that is fucking weird.
It's very weird, but it happened. Other stuff.
Well, that's just being responsible.
You know what I mean? So now I can see it as a norm with the
COVID
test.
testing. Okay.
You know what I mean? Just show.
Yeah, makes sense.
Coronavirus test.
Well, no,
You're referring to
the other stuff.
preventative.
You got it.
What happened when you just show a girl your dick and like, look, it doesn't have nothing on it?
Let me ask you, doctor.
I mean,
how many
usually-
times does that actually work for you?
Bro.
When in doubt, whip it out.
Yeah, that is with wheel.
With wheel.
When in doubt. Our fearless leader.
Shout out Dave Chappelle too.
That's for you, Dave. And for the orange man, I guess, too.
with the pussy lock.
Yeah, it's hey, listen, I couldn't imagine being single and trying to date in the middle of a pandemic. I think it would be a freaking hassle. But you know, I heard a story from another buddy of ours about just, I don't know how to say this without offending our female viewers, but I guess not much has changed about going on a second, third, fourth date, maybe even the first date. Some women still expect the man to pick up the bill entirely, for the door to be open, maybe some flowers. What are the consensus? How do you guys feel about that? 2020, you know, here's for everybody watching. I know there's a table full of dudes, and it's probably gonna be a little one-sided. We're trying not to make it like that, but some of the stories we hear, and some of the stuff that these studs go through, like once a year maybe, it's hard to get away from thinking that this is bullshit. It's bullshit for the male to be responsible for everything in 2020 is BS, because we just experienced the Me Too movement, which we all support. That's fine. It should be equal, right? We agree. They should have equality.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I
So
guess.
when the bill comes, bitch, pick up your half.
Here's the thing. Yeah. So what I have to say on that through my experiences, I personally, every time I go on a date with a girl, I always pay. Like, I'm not boasting, just how I am. I always just pay. But no matter what, but
He's single. Whoever's looking out there.
But my whole thing is, if they don't offer, if they don't like, just even if they know they're not going to do it and they know I'm going to say no, just offer. If they don't do that, it's a turn off. I don't know how you guys feel about that. But yeah.
Gentlemen to my right, if you guys were single, and how do you guys feel about, you know, yeah, I mean, maybe it gets tricky on the first date. On the first date, maybe you can get away with it. I think that should not be your problem. But if you're dating for a month and a half and you've gone to 3-4 dates, and you put your little wee-wee, your little bay shrimp in her vertical vagina, a vertical smile, I guess, and you're still going out, and you're opening doors and paying for bills and everything, what's up?
I think it depends on, obviously, the person. I've been on dates where I paid the dinner and the person paid the movie or whatever other activity we're doing, and I thought that was super cool.
That's great.
And that right there is just like, okay, I think it shows the other person's kind of interested in you too. It's like a sign, right? The person would just pay because they're freeloading. Yeah. They're not.
Oh.
They're there and they're actually engaged. They're like, you know what? You got the dinner, which is probably the more expensive part, depending on, you know, where you're going. For me, I'm going to a steak dinner because I like steaks, and you know, the dessert.
Why are you telling Steven the vegan?
I didn't get to the top of the food chain eating grass, all right? So, anyways, if they're paying, you know, for the activity that we're doing after, whether it be like bowling, watching a movie, mini golfing, whatever, I think that's super cool and it's very attractive.
Nice. Speaking of that, Dr. Farshanfar, when he diagnoses people, he says that the activities after dinner should not involve bowling or watching a movie. It should require less clothing, a boner, and a wet vagina. Is that right, doctor?
Actually, that's a good question, Yetti. Look, so if you're paying 100% of the time, are you expecting sex after?
Absolutely, yeah.
So you're technically paying for a hooker
Because
you paid everything.
Is that crazy?
See,
I know.
She'll pay for the extra activity for me and her, but the sex is free.
Yeah. Technically, right now, what's going on is prostitution. But
Still.
I do agree with Luch the Gooch that it's cool when they pay for the other thing and they insist, you know what? No, you paid for dinner. I'm going to pay for this. I think that's awesome. And it's a turn on.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, nowadays, you know, when you show up to a restaurant, you got reservations, the table's not ready. 10, 15 minutes. You go to the bar, You get two or three drinks, right? My significant other picks that up. She pays for that bill when we go to dinner and get our, steak or seafood or whatever. I pick up the rest. That's pretty fair, right? And we're not even, we've been dating for a while, but that's always been the case, and I think that's fair.
But you said something about opening doors. I think that's always. I mean, it's not like.
What about the car door?
No, I've never done that. I think that's too much. Like running to the door and opening it.
I still see that nowadays in downtown.
That's too much.
Weird.
That's too much.
If you got a remote, you could do it. I mean, it won't be that
remote control opening
like a remote
door
and then
opener?
Like you
What?
just unlock it and open the door for her. You
I
don't have to like
guess.
unlock it then go around.
I just think it's unnecessary, bro.
Yeah,
But
that's true too.
Lorenzo, can we please hear from you?
No.
Because I have a feeling
Yeah.
he has a lot to get off.
Lorenzo.
his chest right now.
Let me. I have to hang on. I wanna run something by you real quick. This is specifically for Lorenzo. Okay. You know the individual that we're about to talk about, but let me paint the scenario real quick. Okay. So some of the members of this Hith Talk group are not here tonight because they have other responsibilities, I guess. But a few of them went out together without any of us here. Actually, doctor was there supervising. He was parental supervision.
Yes.
I guess there was a table of 4 young ladies sitting next to them while they were at the bar. And one of the members, out of nowhere, just sent over a bottle of wine. Okay. And the other team member really had a problem with that. And out of nowhere, he said, "No, fuck those bitches." In the middle of the restaurant, in front of everybody, he was upset that his buddy sent over a bottle of wine. And I want to get your opinion. Obviously, it didn't work because if it would have worked, we would have been talking about how that was a great idea. It kind of backfired that the team members were not all on the same page about the bottle of wine being sent over. And
But also that, when he did it, he didn't do anything. He didn't communicate with them. So
he
that's,
just sent
that's
it over
another thing to keep in
anonymously.
mind. Anonymously. Thank you. Yeah.
Lorenzo,
Lorenzo,
let me hear
please.
you. Go in depth.
Not saying where it's coming from is, first of all, the wrong mistake. What type of reaction do you expect?
He didn't send a greeting card. He didn't send no note with a number. The bottle of wine just showed up to the table, bro.
Well, first of all, that's type of a weirdo ass move. That's like a rapist. Fucking get in my caravan.
I think he watches a lot of movies, and I think he expected somebody to look over and he can like wink, like something like that. But
Like
it
to
didn't-
have that moment.
yeah, but it didn't pan out that way,
He's got the notebook on replay, I guess, right? So Lorenzo, you're saying that's the equivalent of a grown man offering candy to a kid outside of middle school?
Exactly.
Oh no.
That is fucking weird.
So
But-
how would you go about it? If that was you and you're trying to do that whole shebang about sending the bottle of wine, what would you do? What would you say?
Well, you can't hate on the effort. That's first of all, okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to hate on the effort. I'm sorry.
You can't hate on the effort, but he should have said where it's coming from.
There's no
Yes.
effort. That's what I'm saying.
But at least
Like,
he's trying to get his willy wet.
I guess, but like, okay, why you could just walk up to a girl and introduce yourself or buy her a drink. Why would you send a bottle of wine anonymously? That makes absolutely no sense to me.
I think what Lorenzo's saying is that the idea and the concept was great. The follow through wasn't executed correctly.
Okay.
Right. There could have been a way to present the bottle to the group of females. And I think like one of the things what you just said is maybe go introduce yourself and say, "Hey ladies, how's your night going? What are you guys drinking?" "Oh, I love that wine. You know what? I'll get you guys a bottle right now."
Exactly.
On
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
That's how I feel like it's appropriate. Oh yeah.
That's nice. You know what I'm waiting for? I hate to be the sour pouch over here, but when are women gonna send me a bottle of wine?
Preach.
But they want equality, right?
When are they gonna
Do
appreciate
you even
it?
drink wine, bro?
Bro, anything that's made with alcohol.
If someone sends me a bottle of wine on my table, I'm drinking the fucking bottle of wine.
No,
I think that's the way it goes down.
Wait a minute. If I'm single and I'm sitting at the table with all these ugly fucks right here, and a lovely girl at the bar sends a bottle of wine or whatever,
Then good luck.
I'm eating the clam. I'm just gonna. It's time to go. Let's go. Thank you.
But you bring up a good point because why?
So why is it us making the
there's
effort
so much
all the time? Is what I'm
conversation,
saying, right?
There's so much conversation about equality, about everything should be equal between male and females, but it's never the other way around.
We're always chasing the tail. The men are always chasing the tail.
Can I give you guys an example? This is kind of a weird example, but
I wouldn't expect anything else from you, Steve the Vegan.
right. So my sister's at home, right? They would do the dishes, let's say, and they'll like clean certain things, and then I take out the trash, right? What would happen
Yes.
is they would complain to me about not doing the dishes. Like, okay, fine. Can one of you take out the trash? No, that's what a man should do.
Ooh,
I shit you not. That's what their words were.
that's terrible.
And then I argue about the whole feminism thing. That's
Yeah, no, I see you have.
You know
a
what I
point.
mean?
Yeah, I could see it.
It's 2020, man. That's just weird. I mean, we could talk about this for fucking days, but it's not post World War II or pre World War II. It's not World War One. It's not Vietnam. Women nowadays, they're pretty independent, man. They have jobs. Unfortunately, in those Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
true.
they could drive.
But no, that's what we should clear up is like we all respect women. We do. It's just like, when it comes down to
we're looking for the same effort back.
thank you.
We're looking for
That's
the
all.
same effort back. That's all we want, right? But anyways,
I think what you're saying too is, especially for the women out there that might be interested in somebody and don't know if that other person is interested back, if you show that effort back, they're gonna get the hint. They're gonna be like, okay, I see what you're doing. I see that you're making the same effort that I'm doing towards you. They're gonna get the hint.
yeah, exactly, absolutely. And let's say, Lorenzo, that bottle of wine had worked though, right? And our good Hith Talk member here was to go home with this young, pretty girl. And what's to happen? What's to expect? You guys think that a pickup like that, do you just kind of exchange information and go on about your thing and ask her out for a date? Or do you take her home, bend her over, and stick it in her ass? Like, how you guys feel?
Well,
What's the next step is what I'm
knowing
asking.
This member of our good community here, we probably would have bent her over and ate the ass.
Wow.
They
Very accurate.
Around here, they call him the Cookie Monster.
Yeah.
He is one nasty motherfucker. Everybody out there, we're not gonna lie.
But look, protocol, to answer the question though, protocol is to try to seal the deal that night. But if not, try to set up at least for another day. Yeah.
What if you guys get home and everything's going all great and dandy, and then she has a bounce back?
Take it.
Take it. You doctor has learned from mistakes, right?
That's what I taught you from last time.
Nice.
You might be.
I learned the hard way. Just
you
take
learned
it.
Nice.
It might be your only
Take
opportunity.
That thing, just split the part and take it.
Nice. Speaking.
You get the comb.
Nice.
Either come to one side, come to the other, and take that thing.
For sure do it, but I don't know. You got to
Ladies-
mention something. You got to
Ladies
say
and
something.
gentlemen, no, come on now. We just painted a whole scenario. If the bottle of wine worked and you're home,
I got you.
you're just gonna go for it. Yeah. Anyways, everybody watching, since last
You only
time,
live once.
that's right. We came up with a nickname for hairy vaginas. There's a nice list here that we're gonna run through, you guys. Then you guys can pick your favorite. Here we go. I'm just gonna ramble these motherfuckers off. The top of the list, of course, is D, bounce back. I like that one. That's my personal favorite. Second on the list is the sweater.
What?
Yes, to keep the A1 quality nice
Good for
and
the
warm.
winter.
That's right. The bounce back, the sweater, the pouch.
Pouch or pouch?
It says pouch on here, but maybe pouch works too.
Also.
Yeah, pouch does work.
Pouch. PELCH.
Yeah, pouch.
Following that is the wig. The munch break. Oh my God. And the floss where you eat. Wow. These are all pretty intense. What's your guys' favorite one? I'm sticking to the original. The bounce back is awesome.
It's between bounce back and Pelch because Pelch is just very unique. But I'm gonna go bounce back. Bounce back is
I
good.
think bounce back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be the same.
I don't know. I think sweater's hilarious.
Sweater is fucking hilarious.
Sweater's hilarious.
Sweater's hilarious.
But I'm sure it works just like a sweater. Keeps it warm.
That's right, baby. Woo! How do you guys feel about how it looks, though? If it's nice and shaved all the way and you get high definition detail when it looks. We have, it's been brought to my attention that it can be between roast beef lips or turkey, ham lips, or just plain no lips. Preferences.
They got prosciutto. They got prosciutto.
I know. He's in deep thought.
Hey, if it looks like salami, don't take it.
Yeah.
No white spots.
Oof. Oof. It's hard to give a preference because I'm never gonna really argue this to the individual, but just what was the last option? Basically, just regular lips.
It was roast beef, turkey, ham, or just no lips.
Just none. I like just none. Yeah.
I gotta say, a little lips is cool though.
You get to split them open a little bit, get in there.
Yeah, you get a little lip.
Like it looks more natural.
Yeah.
It was meant to be. Meant to be.
But I'm vegan also.
That's unfortunate. Another thing,
That's right. You're vegan, so you don't eat pussy. So what do you eat?
log. I'm telling you, wood.
I just eat the shell. I don't eat the deli meat inside. You know what I mean?
What about the neighbor?
You know what I mean. You know what I mean. You get what I'm saying?
Luch, come on. You have those drunken nights where you woke up with a sore throat and you're like, what the hell?
Just eat it all. Eat it all.
Lorenzo, speaking of that, there's a neighbor about 2-3 centimeters to the back. There's a neighbor. It goes by the bleached eye, if you have manners, or if you're just a lazy bitch, it's called the original brown eye. How do you guys feel about eating the groceries?
Don't do it.
Never have, never will. That's where poop comes out of. So
These guys don't fuck, obviously.
I
Doctor, how do you feel about this?
I was working with like a older server, and we were talking about this, and she kind of brought up a good point. She's like, "Man, fresh out the shower,
Nice.
little slice of mango, just rub it around."
Wow. Shit, I'm getting
just
turned
go
on.
for it.
I'm getting turned
Bro,
on. I'm gonna put this
honestly,
fucking thing on
I
my
was
dick.
like,
Mango is good.
Mango is
bro,
fuck.
I might consider that. That shit
Bro.
is like,
Or pineapple. Pineapple? Yes.
if it's Jennifer Lopez, okay, sure.
Are you serious? All right.
100%.
Here's another thing, though. Okay. Here's another thing.
Depends on the butt.
But we're going. There was a few layers to that question. It was if it's bleached and waxed versus being all natural, a little brown, a couple hairs in there.
Well, there's an obvious answer to that. I would never do it, like I said, but who would want a little brown in hairs? That's disgusting.
There's an individual who is not here today who will say, "Fuck it,
You're right.
I'll
You're
lick
right.
anything."
That's true. I'm sorry. I take it back.
And I also think you're talking about bleach and wax and all that. I think you're describing a porn star there. So I think most of these girls, especially that these assholes will be dating or talking to, are nowhere near that. So, I think that's out of the question for them.
Yeah. Well, hey.
Fuck you.
I had a nerve. Yeah, it's going back to
I had something to say about it. I'm down to try anything once. Well, most things once. I'm open-minded.
shit.
So,
I'll try anything twice, actually.
You never know. There's plenty of things that I've done, ate-wise, like food-wise, that I didn't think was gonna be good at all, and shit, it's fucking delicious.
That a boy. He is no quitter.
So what you're saying is
The brown eye with the hair.
You're open to you just said you're open to anything. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. No, but you didn't specify the gender. You didn't specify anything like
Wow.
that.
Whoa,
I'm just throwing
wait
it
a
out
minute.
there. I'm just
Wait a
letting. I'm
minute.
just saying that's what you said.
This
Your
is-
words, not mine.
Steven, are you trying to hit on me right now?
Actually, yes.
Why
I was
are
hoping you
looking
caught
in
the
my
hit.
eyes?
I was hoping
like
you caught
that?
it. I got you deadlocked in your eyes.
Yeah,
right now.
weirdo.
Who wants to see
trying
that?
to confirm a contract right now.
Maybe if you buy me a bottle of wine.
Bottle of wine, no bottle of wine. Hey, what if you guys went home with a tranny? Like, I know this is terrible, right? But but you know what? Here's why I say this, right? Talking about Thailand's such a beautiful country, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys. My roommate convinced me to go to see a transvestite show, and I caught myself staring like 2 or 3 times, like, is that really a man? And that concerned me. That they are just so good at it, and it's fine if it's a community of them that they kind of stick together and date each other. But when they wanna hit on a man and you go home and you get undressed and the fucking thing is twice the size of yours.
It's the scariest thing of our time right now, because I'm gonna tell you something. Online dating apps. Sometimes you'll swipe, and you might not realize that this person is a different gender. I've literally done it. I swear to God. And then after I don't know how many conversations, hey, by the way, this and that. I've never luckily I've never met the person and it happened, or else, you know what I would do to answer your question? Honestly, I would put my fists up right away. I'm not lying.
Man, I'm taking you down like a man.
Bro, I would be furious.
I was about to say I would knock him out, especially if their shit is bigger than mine.
So you take a look first. Doc. What you're saying is, you would size it up. You would size it up.
Dr. Farshanfar, wait a minute. How would you measure though? Would you just go back to back, like would
you look at yours?
Or you stand sideways?
You can tell, bro.
No, wait a minute. I can picture you putting him in a headlock and be like, whip it out. Whip it out.
Like, you motherfucker. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's awesome. But see, that's scary.
That would make it much worse. You're right.
No, it's scary. Lorenzo, you ever had that close encounter?
No, thankfully. Thank God.
But what would you do?
Jesus, I don't know, man. I've never been in that. Never been in that situation.
I have a story.
It's pretty common actually nowadays. It's very scary.
Go, Lucho. I'll talk about my little story.
Go ahead. You sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, fucking A. This is pretty recent. I was out there and out of town working in the state capitol, and it was pretty cracking night. Went downtown. I was solo walking around, and then some guy from his car was like, "Hey, what's up?" Started talking to me like a regular dude, and he sounded like one of the homies. And I was asking about what's cracking downtown and what should we do, and he's like, "Oh, I'll show you around. Come on, hop in." Ooh. And I was like, all right, fuck it, let's go, let's roll. He was like, all right, cool, man. He was dressed like a homie and whatnot. And then we just started chopping it up. He starts driving down the street, and mid-conversation, this guy just says, hey, you want me to give you head? And what the fuck? I just kept talking, and
you pretend like you didn't hear that.
I was fucking scared. Because, he was a Mercedes-Benz, so he had to, literally press the unlock button for the unlock thing just to come up.
Holy shit.
And he kept driving a little bit longer, and I was just talking about, I changed the conversation back to women, and
that's a good strategy.
I just kept trying to talk, man. It was fucking intense. And then all of a sudden, he was like, I'm going to park right here. And then he was like, so, you want me to give you head, or what's up, man? And I was like, you know what, dude? I'm not even into that, man. And I was looking for some females tonight, and I don't even know what I'm doing here right now. And he was like, well, how do you know? Just like women, they know the best, and it's the same for men. And I was like, yeah, but you know what, man? I think the women that have done it to me, they're probably some of the best in the world. So I'm just gonna. I was like, you know what, man? I hope you find what you're looking for, but I'm not it. So, and then he just tried to.
He was persistent. It sounds like.
Yeah, dude. And then I just went to the door and tried to unlock the door, and then I was scared because I was like, what happens if this guy slaps my ass while I'm about to get out? How do you react to that, bro?
Yeah.
How do you react to that? And luckily he didn't touch me or anything, and I got out and I started walking, damn near running, and And then I went to go take a couple shots because I was almost shaking.
I might have
scared.
taken some shots myself, but
It was fucking intense.
bro, that's insane. And you know what? If I was in that situation, honestly, if he said that, I think I would have just laughed. I would have thought he was joking. Like we mess around with each other. I would literally would have thought it was a joke. That's insane. I would have been scared shitless.
He was serious as it was like mid conversation like we're talking right now, and then all of a sudden someone was just like, "So what's up? You want me to give you head?" And I'm like,
did you think he was serious right away too?
I didn't know how to react because I was like,
that's a
"What?"
trip.
I just like paused and then I just kept on with the conversation about because I was talking about how cracking and how many females I was seeing downtown. Wow. And I was like, "Damn!" I was like, "What happened to all these females that just got dead hella quick?" And he's like, "Oh
He
yeah,
took you to a dark alley, bro. That's where he was at.
He took me to but luckily there was other cars parked there, so
That's a trip, bro.
it was scary,
Holy shit.
and that's the closest encounter I've ever come to something like that. Yeah. And
Lorenzo, you almost lost your butthole.
Bro,
virginity.
I'm glad. Yeah, bro, you handled it like a G. Yeah, bro, I'm glad you got out of that shit. Fuck.
Lorenzo.
Imagine if you locked the door when you're trying to get out.
Lorenzo, you almost lost your butthole virginity there for a second, bro.
Hey man, I would have went down fighting and screaming.
Attaboy.
That's
What you got, Luchas? What you got?
Nothing similar to that. It's actually I wouldn't say quite the opposite, but so this is a situation. So me and my boy, we're at the mall, right? We're walking around, shopping, and we see this chick at the counter. Right? Like, damn, she's hot. We know this other girl that works with her. Like, hey, who's your friend? Right? Girl just starts laughing. She's like, oh, that's so I forgot her name now, right? So and so. And I was like, what? I was like, what's so funny? She's like, oh well, she's actually a guy. That's a girl. So immediately you're like, oh, like I just checked out a guy.
How old were you guys?
Fuck, we were like at least 22, 23, something like
Damn.
that. The point is, they're getting too good at shit.
Oh man, absolutely.
It literally, you would look at this person and you're like, that's a beautiful female. Any one of you guys would have said that. For sure.
That was my point. What I was talking about in Thailand. I caught myself staring a couple of times.
Yeah,
like,
and you just like your mind fights with you, right? You're like, that's a dude, but damn, it looks good. Yeah. No, it's a dude. It's really weird.
Luch, this individual was wearing jeans or whatever, right? Or a dress, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm assuming, right?
Oh no, it's just skirt, high heels on. I mean, just
But here's the scary thing in Thailand, right? They were wearing like these tight bikini things for the show, and I was staring at that area. You know what area I'm talking about? Like, where the fuck is it?
Oh yeah.
My roommate was talking about the tuck away.
Like
Doctor?
the pelch? You were looking at the pelch.
I was looking at the bounce
Trying
back.
to look at the pelch.
Trying to find the pelch. There was nothing there. It was just
flashy patch.
It was flat, and I'm like, where the hell? There's a tuck away. The tuck away rule, I guess, was in play there.
What do they tuck it in their ass or what the hell?
I don't know, but look, I wanted to say something on the subject. So I have a friend that owns a cafe, right? This is the scary thing about this whole thing. It's not like I'm an activist against it, whatever. All I'm saying is it's kind of scary for our kids because this friend had customers that came in and they had a baby. He goes, oh, that's a cute baby. How old is he? How did they answer? Oh, it doesn't know what it's going to be yet. He's like, and this is not a lie. This is truth. He's like, what do you mean? He's like, well, they don't know what gender they want to be.
Wants to be recognized.
And he's a business owner, so he can't really say anything. He's like, oh, okay, that's cool. But my point is, it's gonna be scary for our kids. We just have to be careful because it's getting normalized. You guys
I'm
know
not
what I mean?
sure I understood that either.
Huh?
Siri said, I'm not sure I understand that. And Lorenzo's saying he doesn't understand what you said either because it's a very, very odd thing to have.
That's becoming norm, though, because now we have the old any gender restrooms, right?
It ain't right.
Yeah.
Any gender restrooms. But here's the thing that we have to learn to accept and just look the other way in a sense. Like, their community is pretty strong, and their feelings, like they have really strong feelings about how that they are who they are, and they should be considered into our society that they're humans too, which they are humans. But when they try to push it on us strongly.
I was just about to say that. That's my only thing.
Like, we don't come to you and say, hey, you're dressed like a woman and you're a man. You should really be a man because you were born a man type of shit. So when they try to push it on us, another example, years ago, I don't know if any of you guys came with, but we went to this beer and bacon festival.
I didn't go.
And it's very diverse city. And anyways, there was a group of PETA members that snuck into the festival, right? Protesters against how pigs are our friends. Pigs have feelings as well. We don't eat them. And there were with people, I mean, with speakers like yelling in your face, very upset, like really pushing it on you, right? And it goes back to my point. Like, I wasn't fighting back. I wasn't yelling at him saying like, hey, I love bacon and I don't give a fuck about pigs. So why do you? So why are you doing it to me?
That's the issue. Like, do whatever you want to do. You're free. I'm gonna respect you. I'm gonna conversate with you, everything. But don't push it against me. Like, don't push everything on me. That's my thing too.
You remember those protesters in New Orleans? They were like, "Gay is sin. Gay."
I forgot about that. Yeah, that's right.
The
Yeah.
opposite.
So there's like on the opposite sides, like there's
Yeah,
like
for sure.
super
For sure.
I
Like,
think in
there's
the
always
South,
extremes,
that's
yeah.
really common in the South, actually. They
Yeah,
are
bro.
so
It was kind of
anti.
many. I was like, what the fuck?
I never seen anything like that either.
They
Yeah,
are
that's true.
so anti. So yeah, so like you were saying with the kids and how do you just let a kid? Fuck, that's a weird question.
You gotta let your kid know to be careful like that. I don't know.
But here's the thing though, like if the parents are pro, let your child choose his gender. I don't.
Yeah, that's a
all
tough
these-
situation. I mean, I think the way you start getting into, and it's going outside of science. I feel like you're getting more into the mental aspect of a human
Exactly.
and how you can really manipulate things to be however you want it to be, especially at a young age like that.
Yeah.
You know, they don't know anything other than what you teach them. So if you teach them that they're a certain way, or to, just let them free flow and whatever comes to mind, I mean, it could be dangerous in a sense, or, maybe it's great for them. I don't know the answer.
And I think the only defense is to just educate your kid as much as possible. Not even, these people are bad. It's more like, this is how things should be according to me, so I want to teach you the same.
Right. So who's
Just
to
so
say
they are,
what's right from wrong? Your right from wrong is different from my right from wrong. So it just goes. It's open debate.
I think it's parental guidelines, right? Like whatever your parents tell you should follow, it's a good start. But see, the transgender movement has been around for a while. It's really acceptable in other parts of the world, like Asia, for sure, and it's becoming more normal here in the Western world. So, why do you think that is? What do you guys think that is? That has been happening in other parts of the world for a long time, and just in the last few years, I could say it's been probably happening for a while here in America. But I want to say the last 5 years, we have seen a huge shift of that community saying we're here to stay, and we want to be included and accepted and respected, which is fine. But why now? Why not 10 years ago? Why not 20 years ago? Why 2020? They're loud and proud. What changed?
I think it's just more accepted now. I mean, it's just I don't know the reasoning. I think if you try to boil it down to whatever it might be, I think people are just more free and feel comfortable expressing that, which is great. I think everybody should express the way they are to a certain extent. Express it. Don't preach it to be it the end all of whatever it is.
And I think what's going on now, what you're saying, I think it's been a slow climb into this. People have been getting away with more and more, not getting away, but I don't know what the right word is, but people have been pushing more and more things. But at this point, so much stuff, people have so much freedom and verbal freedom and expression that now they're yeah, we can do whatever we want. And this is for everybody, especially in San Francisco Bay Area. That's where I've noticed the most. Yeah. For sure.
You got to take into account too, the internet.
Yeah.
The internet
for social media
opens up everything. Back maybe 10 years ago,
the internet for sure.
They would say, oh, there was a transvestite or whatever, any type of person, and you'd be like, oh, I haven't seen them. But now it's there's that. What's that? Yeah. There's a video. There's so you can.
It's on
see
your computer,
it,
on your phone. It's
you're
right
not
on
really
your face.
experience it. And I mean, it takes it to like a whole nother level too, where it's like you could say parts of the countries that they do things that we don't normally do, and you could see it in the internet now.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. The .com boom is like ridiculous in so many aspects. I mean, that could be a whole episode of just talking about that. But yes, it's not it enables people to see so many more things that they were not exposed to. I mean, think about before. You had to read a newspaper or get a telegram or some form of...
to your neighbor.
Yeah. Now you can just slide open your phone and you can see the world.
It's right there. Yeah.
Which is pretty wild. I heard recently
Pros and cons for sure, though.
that fake news gets spread 6 times faster than real news. So
Yeah,
I don't know if that's true. That might be fake news in itself. I think it's true personally, but that's a pretty crazy thought.
The .com has brought, like you said, many challenges to the way we live in our society for sure. Going back to the Mr. Wine Bottle individual here, he has a routine for the internet. He strongly believes the internet should be used to watch porn and porn only. And he is very, very enthusiastic, excited.
I won't agree with that fully.
It would make the world better.
Yeah, but here's the thing is, I believe what his thought process is we shouldn't use it for everything else that we use it for, because I think it's honestly like cancer. And I'm trying to catch myself personally not using it as much as I do. It definitely has its positives.
I think it's like everything. If anything in moderation, right?
Very true. But I think just things before were a lot simpler and like more enjoyable. I was young, but I just believe that things were a little bit better before the internet. But
before I forget, this is fresh in my head here. This individual let me make it clear, does not have a porn addiction, but he is pretty special. He sets the mood. He's talking about candles and dimming lights, lotion.
You mean before he jerks off?
Yeah. He says he puts the phones at an angle on his left hip, and the right hand is ready to go. He sets the mood.
Wow.
And
wonder what he does for the real thing. That's like
I don't know.
That's the mood for jerking off.
I don't know, but obviously this individual is very sophisticated, and he appreciates an orgasm to the max, I guess, because he treats it with a very delicate approach.
Very detailed oriented. Huh?
Absolutely. What's some of the nastiest shit you guys seen on porn? What's something like way left or way right?
I mean,
I'll tell you guys.
Okay, I got it. And this isn't from me personally.
You've heard or you've seen
these
something
are
you've seen or you heard.
I have not heard it. I'm sure it exists because someone wouldn't tell me this unless it actually was real. Fart porn.
Fart porn. Fart porn.
no, because that's what I was gonna say.
Steve the Vig. What the?
You guys.
How many subscriptions?
This is my thing. No, I'm just kidding. No. But no, it's funny because I was gonna say that there's a thing called cake farts. Have you guys ever heard of this?
Bro.
One of my friends, you guys know him, but I'm not gonna name any names. He always looked at weird porn stuff.
Yeah.
You guys know what I'm talking about?
I don't know. Anyway, tell the story.
Know. Anyway.
Whoa.
It's called cake farts.
Cake?
Yes,
like
I'll elaborate.
Cake farts.
Yes, so there's a cake. You see a cake, right? There's like a counter. You're in a kitchen. This is where it's filmed.
Wow.
There's a cake. All of a sudden, you see a naked girl come up. She dips her bare ass onto the cake, and then she farts.
You can see her butthole.
Yeah. Well, yeah, kind of.
It's porn.
It's porn. But you see her dipping her cake into the cake, and then dipping her butt into the cake.
You had it right the first time.
I had it right. And then she farts.
Does she try to blow out the candles?
No, there's no candles. But this is the thing that people are into. It's insane. And then also 2 Girls, 1 Cup. I'm sure everybody knows about that.
Yeah.
Is that something we could pull up? I'm kind of curious to see this shit.
I mean,
how about we watch it when the camera's not rolling, and then we'll talk about what we watched.
Let's do that. Yeah.
All right.
But hold on. But that there's a show on a stream app called Letterkenny, right? What is it called? Letterkenny. It's these freaking redneck kids in Canada, right? And they're in one of the episodes, they're trying to promote the same thing, but it's not porn. It's just the sound of weird, different farts, right? and they make a whole episode about it. Interesting. And when I was watching like 2 years ago, I was like, this is fucking weird. But it never crossed my mind that there's a market out there for this weird shit, obviously, right?
There's a market for everything, my friend.
No kidding.
Everything.
The story that I want to share is years ago. I don't know how I came across this thing when I was watching porn, but I mean, it was a guy and a girl, right, doing the thing, and the guy gets the box really juicy. He comes all over the fucking thing, right? And apparently, according to the storyline, the husband walks in, catches them, but his punishment is to lick the cum and suck it off her pussy. Yeah. I turned it off so fast. I felt gay just watching. It was like an emotional roller coaster. It just turned left so fast. It was really bizarre.
That's weird, man. But yeah, there's people out there that they're called cucks. They like to watch their wives get fucked by other guys. I'm assuming it's the same
That must have been it. That must have been it.
Yeah, that's so weird.
I think cucks is synonymous with Steve the vegan. Is that right?
Yes, exactly.
Attaboy, Steve. Where did live? Steve. 2020.
Steven the vegan.
We're in 2020.
Yeah.
You're right.
Wow. So yeah.
Just like you said, I'd try anything once, right?
No, it's twice. I'll try anything twice. Lorenzo and Dr. Farshanfar, you guys are quiet tonight. Anything? Any fucking weird shit you guys see on the internet?
I can't say because I mean, I don't remember any of it because the minute I see something or read something that's fucking not out in left field, I just go straight to my shit. Yeah, I'm in the mood, about to go fucking whack it.
Good for you, man.
The last thing I want to do is look at some shit that's gonna make me go soft. So I instantly change it, you know?
The weirdest shit I saw wasn't even in the internet. It was just a VHS. It was a VHS. And I have older brothers, so it's a VHS, and I just pop one in, and you see people at the farm, and this girl laying back with her bounce back, and the fucking dog comes and climbs on her.
Bounce.
And I'm like, yeah.
What?
Bro, I'm like, what the fuck? I had to turn it off. I was like, nah.
They don't call it doggy style for a reason.
You already knew what was going to happen, huh? Yeah. Oh, shit.
They don't call it doggy style
terrible.
for nothing.
It was like straight vintage, too. Like, it looks like 80s or 70s, bro.
Wait, did he hit it doggy style?
Not missionary.
When a dog's doing it like that, it's just called style, bro. Yeah. It's not called doggy anymore.
All I know is that you were able to see the lipstick pop out for sure. Wow. The dog's lipstick was popping out tough.
Right on. Yeah. Anything else you guys wanna add tonight? Any weird thing?
I got nothing but a weird thing. I was thinking you leading up to porn addiction.
I think so. Do you guys think that the people that are actually addicted to watching porn has to do with like living out a fantasy?
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking, because it's like you can only think of so many things to get you going, and then it's like, okay, something else. Yeah. And I think that's where all the crazy shit comes out of. I had a buddy in high school who could name the top 10 porn sites like off the bat. It's fucking impressive.
He was busy.
Impressive. We would make a joke out of it, like we'd be like, "Hey, bro, I think his name was Steve. I think his name was
Steve.
Steve. No, not you. No, it was not Steve. I didn't know this guy in high school. But we'd go, "Hey, dude, name the top 10 porn sites. Go." And he just fired them off. Oh, it was impressive.
Nice. But why do you think it becomes an addiction, though? You think people just are obsessed with living their fantasies through something? You think that people watch these porn stars naked on TV and they say, "Oh, I wish I had that body. I wish I had that girl doing me like this or this guy doing me like this"?
I think there's a couple reasons. Number one, I believe, well, right now it's way too accessible, and it's
only gonna become more, for sure.
Oh, for sure, but it's just literally one click away on your phone. So that's number one reason. Number two reason, I believe people become content and they're like, you know what? I don't need to meet anybody. I don't need to go out. Whatever. I got porn. I'm just gonna jack off. You know. So that's what I believe. But I think it's too much of it is unhealthy. Everything, just like you said earlier, moderation. You know.
Doctor, what would you recommend the audience? How many times a day or how many times a week? Touch a little bass shrimp. What's up?
I think it's just up to everybody. As long as you're not getting blisters from jacking off. So
Wow.
much, you know?
That sounds like about
Just
like
once a day. I don't know. Some people say twice a day. Some people say every.
what's the
the
medical term
medical
for jock?
opinion?
Audience out there, drop a comment. What's the medical term for jocking off 5 times a day? Is there a term for this? Obsession.
That's you need to find a job. You have too much fucking time on your hands.
No kidding. All right. Did you guys get everything off your chest?
Yeah, I think we call it a night.
Yeah.
That was a good episode.
Till next time.
Hith Talk, everybody.
We love y'all.
Yeah.
I
Keep
don't.
watching.
I don't love you guys.
I hate all of you.
Good night.
Peace, love, beer. You.